Good morning, everybody. Welcome to yet another video. Today, we will be doing something very special, as it was actually my first goal of making this account, which is the Fire Cape, which you get from the Fight Caves. Now, only reason I'm doing this really is because I have a task to kill the boss of the Fight Caves. So, figured why not, let's go do that. To get there, you can go to this grouping tab here, which also might be your chat channel, clan, or the other clan tab that replaces the icon, so it might be a little bit confusing to see. However, you just go to the last one, which is grouping. And this is a pretty cool interface. You have a whole bunch of activities to pick from. The one we're interested in right now is the Tazar Fight Pits. So you click that, click teleport, and then you just wait a little bit for your character to, make the circle, and it'll get you right to the area that you need to be in order to start this minigame. The minigame is 63 waves of combat, where you will ultimately kill Jad, which is a famous boss. I'm sure you've heard of him. He's quite a milestone to get into this game. But anyways, let's gear up real quick. So what we're going to take is the Falador Shield. This will recharge my prayer fully one time, and it's just good because it basically is a free prayer potion. And then I'll take the Explorer's Ring 4. This will recharge my energy if I ever need that. I probably won't, but I'll take it mostly for this +1 prayer bonus. There's going to be a lot of prayer usage in the caves, so this definitely helps with sustaining prayer. And also the run energy does kind of come in handy at some point. So this is going to be equipped, but the shield will not be equipped. Some of the items will be just in the inventory, some of them will be worn. Then we'll want some runes for, most importantly, the blood spells on the ancient spellbook. So you'll want blood runes, death runes, chaos runes, and if you can bring water runes for ice spells if you want to get a little fancy and freeze things in place just to not get attacked by it. And of course you want to bring the rune pouch. If you don't have this, doesn't really matter. You don't need this, you can still be just fine. So we'll just put the runes in the pouch here and get back to the bank. So that settles the magic aspect of it. And then on to the combat style we're going to be using is ranged, the most popular method to do so. Got the Barrow's Gloves, the Fury, the Zamorak D-Hide, Armadyl Chaps, just standard D-Hides. If you don't have these specifically, you can use any God D-Hide or just regular Black Dragon Hide. In fact, my first kill was actually with this set, the Void Knights. Don't really recommend this. It took me, I think, about 3 or 4 hours to complete my first one. I did it really early on because it was my first goal in the account. Did it ridiculously easy, or ridiculously early on the progression, which, it was fun, but wouldn't do it again. And then for ranged weapon, you can either take a rune crossbow, which is my first kill, or you can take my favorite, Magic Shortbow Eye. This actually has a pretty comparable strength to the rune crossbow if you use rune arrows. So that's what we're going to do today. Done a few kills with that so far, so might as well show you what that looks like. And of course the rune arrows. And we don't have an archer's ring, unfortunately, yet, so I can't bring one of those, although I would. We're going to bring a Holy Wrench and an Ancient Mace. The Holy Wrench gives your prayer potions +1 on the amount that they restore. Just extends it barely to make it worth it as an inventory slot, especially because I'm going to fill my inventory with potions. And Ancient Mace special attack it heals your prayer points based on the damage you deal. So if you use maybe 30 of these in a singular cave attempt, then you'll probably get back maybe 300 prayer points or so if you hit tens on, average. Because most of the time it's not very inaccurate against the lower level enemies in here. But we'll just put on this gear real quick just so I can see where we're at. And of course you need the accumulator so you can save the arrows. And looks good to go from a main equipped gear standpoint. Some other things I do like to bring is an ancient staff, just for auto casting ancient. Sometimes you get really low health and you need to heal up, and you don't really want to sit there and click on your spell book 20 times during the caves. Just kind of make it more chill. And the inventory loss doesn't really matter. This is a pretty consistent setup. Other than that, looks like equipment wise I believe we are good to go from this tab. In terms of potions, my go-to is always to bring this many prayer pots, -5, and then you want 1 range potion, 1 stamina. These are optional, however they make the caves a little more consistent with speed in the later waves, because the range potion does help out, and the early stamina potion also helps because you want to kind of run around and kill the little enemies as fast as you can, just to speed things up. It is kind of boring after a while. And oh yeah, purple sweets. These heal your hit points and run energy. Not by much, but the run energy does kind of help when you just want to get 10 more run energy, or even if you want to get a little fancier and heal up with these. But they're quite expensive, but I've gotten them all from treasure trails, so it doesn't really have a cost for my account, at least. And I think we should be good for the inventory. Looks good to me. Just gonna do another quick scan here. Okay. Yep. Alright, looks good to me. So we're gonna head on in and get this task done. So right when you start, you get thrown to this giant arena, and you get attacked by these little creatures here. This one, the level 22, will drain your prayer points if it hits you, either on prayer or off prayer, so you really don't want to get hit by it ever, which is why most people use range for this activity. So you just want to keep your distance and click on them when you're far enough away that you won't get attacked. And also what we're going to do now is turn off the ground, because I don't like this squiggly tile look of the ground at all. Personal preference. I think it's ground. Object hider? Yep. Okay, so this is much easier on the eyes for me, at least. So I tend to do this during these tasks. We're going to drink a stamina potion. As you can see, our energy is kind of getting low from all this running around that you have to do in the early game. Going to give a nice special attack with the mace. Hit a 0 or a 1. Very nice. Most of the time it hits a 10 on these guys. Unfortunately, you cannot overheal. But the 10 is pretty good for healing, since the other enemies are kind of annoying to melee. You'll either take damage or you won't hit them at all and it'll be a waste, but these guys don't really have any defense at all, so it makes it really consistent to hit them with a 10. So yeah, and then these enemies here, they come after you kill the main enemy, the level 45. This one will split into 2 enemies once you kill him. So you can either switch quickly to the staff and then cast a quick quick burst on them or barrage just to kill them at once, but not really needed unless you're trying to like extremely min-max the speed of the clear. Go for one of those, you know, speed clear combat achievements. I think my PV is around an hour. Let's check. 63 minutes, yeah, so a little over an hour. Would like to get that little closer to the one of the combat achievements, I believe, is 45 minutes, I think. I think I need a different weapon for that, though. Level 90, these guys, these attack you with ranged every 4 ticks. You can just stay on range prayer, or you can, you know, casually turn on range prayer once they're about to attack you. Shouldn't be a problem. They do kind of hit quite hard off prayer, though, so if I'm feeling real lazy, I'll just keep it on the whole time. And luckily they don't have that much health, so you kind of kill them really fast. But they are kind of annoying to deal with later on. That's what I usually prioritize killing these first. Yeah, so you just saw it hit me at 11 just because it wanted to. Pretty annoying. The way the caves work is every enemy you kill has a level, obviously, and the waves progress by adding another enemy or another level to the current wave. So this wave was a 45 and a 90. Now this one will add a 22 enemy. So the 45, 90. The next wave will have a level 22 enemy, and then these two guys still. And it will then remove the 2 level 22 enemies and replace it with one of the blobs that are level 20 or 45. And it'll keep doing that until it gets all the way up in waves until it spawns Jad, which is 702. So it's quite a way to go, which kind of makes it quite a task, lengthy task at least. But again, not too bad. Really good XP for doing these, especially because if you don't have your fire cape yet, you can actually get a task for this, and you can then use the Slayer helmet or, you know, Black Mask imbued to then do the whole caves with, making it substantially easier. Didn't do that in my first run because I didn't actually know you could do that, but you know, it's good to know now. So now we're about to get 2 blobs and a ranger, the level 90. And next wave will be 2 of the level 90s. And after that it will be 1 melee at level 180. The melee enemies at level 180 are not too bad to deal with. You can trap them on this famous rock known as the Italy rock, and you can kind of just safe spot them until they die, taking no damage. Just do a little blood spell to heal up here. So this is 2 rangers. And also, yeah, I do recommend playing with sound here. It helps you time when they attack. You can kind of hear the tss. That's when their damage is calculated. So if you're trying to learn how to flick, you can do it that way. But if you don't play with sound on, at least play with sound on for Jad. It helps a lot with learning what attack he's doing, because obviously he can one-shot you. But for these guys are pretty annoying to listen to, so I'd understand. So now that the wave kind of got reset by upgrading all the enemies until the 180, you kind of don't need to worry about range prey for at least, I think, 6 or something waves. So you can kind of just stand around this area here And once you see where this guy spawns, you can choose a safe tile in order to not get hit by him. Pretty simple stuff. Okay. So the ice spells are good here for freezing the little bats, just to make sure they don't hit you during your prayer. Won't be run ending, but it's still annoying when you have to lose prayer points for no reason. Okay, and same thing, just you can also safe spot the level 45s on either of these corners, as they are a 2x2 enemy. And remember to drink water during this. It's a long activity, and you might be dehydrated after. It's very important. You can actually go, I think, 3 tiles away from this wall, and this will still get stuck just because of the way the pathing works. So don't panic if you get dragged out when you're trying to attack something else. And then we're about to get ready for another Ancient Mace. Hopefully hit a 10 here. Oh, nice. Another 2. Great. So my prime examples of what to use their special attack on has hit a 2 and a 1 so far. Not bad. But yeah, so this is the basic overview of the caves until the later waves. The later waves kind of get more chaotic for the amount of enemies that they throw at you and the amount of stuff you have to juggle. But for waves 1 through basically 31, it's kind of chill. Just kind of stand in the safe area and hit the monsters when they can't attack you. The only tricky waves coming up is when they give you the ranger and one of these guys, because then you have to kind of prioritize what to shoot in terms of taking the least amount of damage. I'll usually take out the rangers first. You basically want to kill whatever is using the style that's going to make you pray. So if there's a ranger, I'm gonna have to pray missiles against him, right? So I will definitely prioritize killing that first, because I just can't sit there and hide behind this rock. Just gonna do a nice blood spell on these guys to heal up. Very nice. This one didn't take damage. So now we got a ranger. Hopefully it spawns near me. Close enough. So this is a scenario where I want to put on the staff, cast ice spells on him so he can't reach me, and just keep splashing. Okay, there we go. You can also run behind the enemies like this. So this guy, when he gets unfrozen, he will never be able to hit me, because the other enemy is blocking his path. But he also will get stuck on this rock, which is just across from the other one that I was using earlier. As long as there is a tile to your north, you will trap the enemy. So we're just gonna lure him over there and then move back quickly so we can get the safe spot. He did hit me there, but it doesn't count. And again, I want to kill the bat first, just so I don't get drained of my prayer points. And then all that's left is the ranger. And he goes down like that. So now we got a spawn here. What I'm just gonna do is wait here until this guy gets to me, so I can just kill him from a nice range. And then you can see the 180 did get stuck behind him, so if I wanted to, I could kill him first while praying against this range attack. But no real point to do that right now, especially because he will be stuck behind the rock anyway right here. And he goes down just like that. Make sure you kill the bat. If you get a 40 XP drop from the bat, that means you one-shot it. Just a handy way to know if you can stop attacking it or stop running around. The ancient spells, the bursts are really good for obviously taking out clumps of the blobs, or if there's bats next to each other, stuff like that. And then rush or blitz, blitz is mostly for targets that have higher threat. So you want to freeze the melee guy for a longer period of time. You're gonna want to use ice blitz, kind of thing. So this is a scenario where I can't really get to a good spot, so I'm just gonna use the 90 to block the melee guy so he can't attack me. I am gonna take some hits from him, but that's okay, because these guys don't really hit that hard. I'm pretty strong. Got 80 defense up in here, so pretty tanky. Did hit me a 7. And then you can also safe spot him on these guys, so you can kind of do your own build, make your own safe spots, kind of thing. You will take damage if one of these guys hits you, but I'm not worried about it. Got to prep for a ancient mace spec, and oh, the highest hit so far, a 5. Very nice. It's got to be a record. I should bring some attack potions, I guess. So let me get a melee in the middle. Not a fan of that, but it doesn't really matter. We can go behind our rock here. And I don't believe the attack range of the ranger is not far enough to hit me here anyway when he's trapped. So I could theoretically sit here forever. But we're not going to do that. This is a speed run. So I'm going in. So we're on what? Wave 27? Not bad. About, I would say, 2% of the way there. This is child's play. The real waves happen at 31 and above, I would say. Maybe even a little bit further than that. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and see our spawns here. We got a good spawn for the ranger, and just so you know, the spawns are not random at all. There's a really sweaty method you could do where you find out what rotation you have, and plan your entire life journey out that way. But I think it's more fun to just go in and see what you get. You gotta adapt on the fly and kind of play the game, So that's what we're doing here. For my first cave, however, I definitely did use the rotation planner just so I could, and I think I even have the tile markers still over here, where I would essentially do this, but I would be not attacking and planning out my next wave because of how little resources I had. Like, I did not have blood spells, or, I mean, freeze. I didn't have magic in any regard the first run. Didn't have purple sweets. Did not have... Oh, I must have missed something. Oh, there it is. I didn't have the Falador shield, no purple sweets, no... Yeah, basically nothing. I was not on task, obviously. Didn't have fury. It was a rough cave. So if you're ever doing a challenge run of some kind for any reason, probably should use the rotation scouter. So now we have 2 rangers. So I'm just gonna want to kill those as fast as possible because I don't really think I can flick 2 of them at once. That doesn't seem fun to me. So we're just gonna kill that one, get this insanely fast switch, freeze him, back to ranged, kill the ranger, get outside of the melee range, and then kill this guy before he unfreezes, hopefully. If not, doesn't matter. I'll deal with that when it happens. Perfect. So now I just wait till this guy gets over here. 2 quick ones. And wait till he comes around and kill him. So next wave we'll have 2 melee enemies, which is quite trivial since they are quite pathetic. So we'll just wait for him to come on over here, and we'll lure this one as well by standing up here for a bit. And you just kill him. And then the real cave will start soon after. Looks like the clan is popping off. Look at this. We got a Chompy Bird hat. Very nice. Easy diary for the Western Provinces. And we have a quest completion, Tree Gnome Village. One of my all-time favorite quests. If you didn't know, I have the quest cape, by the way. I did all the quests in the game. Yep, Tree Gnome Village takes me back. Anyway, now the real cave starts. This is when I will pop my Divine Raging Potion, just to get this guy dead as fast as possible. The 360 will attack with ranged and melee if you're within 1 tile of him. The mage attack can hit a lot of damage. I'll throw the number up on screen. And the melee attack can also hit for a lot of damage. Don't get hit by either of those. I don't recommend it. You'll probably die. And you'll have to, sit in a corner and wait till your health regenerates. That's what I did in my first cave because I kept getting hit. But now, basically every wave from now on, you'll be praying magic, just so you don't die to this guy. Since there will be one every single wave from now until Jad, so it's just another thing to keep in mind once you're at this level, which is wave 31 and above. And they're quite large, as you can see, 5 by 5. So you can use them to block almost every enemy in the game that will be coming to you in melee range. It gets a little tricky once the rangers come in and they start shooting you from across the map, and it's quite annoying. That's why I like to prioritize those. However, you can still take some damage from them, which is why we have the blood spells and the purple sweets. But yeah, just want to kill the bats real quick, just so I don't lose my points, as we are going to be praying for the next 40 minutes or so. It's going to be a lot of prayer. We do have an ancient mace I would like to use on the next wave with the blobs, so we're just going to get these guys down as fast as possible. I do like the magic shortbow here, as it is a 3-tick weapon. So in terms of DPS, it is higher than the rune crossbow is, especially against the higher defense targets like these and Jad. So definitely recommend this over the rune crossbow. However, you cannot wear a shield, which gives you the option of using a prayer book or a dragonhide shield. So it might ultimately be safer to do that in the long run, but we're not safe here. We go for speed. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get a nice 10 Ancient Mace spec. Nice, look at that. So we just got 10 free prayer points at the cost of 100 energy. And we are chilling right now. Absolutely chilling. Gonna block the bat behind the mage. Get a nice blood spell on these guys. You don't really need the Ancient Staff for casting. They don't have any magic defense at all, so you pretty much are guaranteed to hit. But you know, everything can miss. It's just one of the quirks of the game. Let's go ahead and open up the XP again. So, why would you do this task? Well, you would do it because it gives you a whopping 25,000 Slayer XP once you kill the last boss, and you also get experience for the entire cave. Like, you kill any enemy. Oh, I'm messing up big time here. So you get 25k XP at the end, and then you also get XP for every monster you kill. So 62 waves of killing monsters, and then Jad. It adds up to about 36 or something thousand experience, if I remember correctly. So it's very good, and you also have a chance at the pet, and also you get more fire capes, which is, I like my collection of fire capes, to be honest. It's prideful, you know. This was a big accomplishment back in the day. If you had a fire cape, you were absolutely balling. I, of course, yeah, I totally had one. That's why I brought it up. But anyway, next wave we're going to have the famous combo of the Ranger and Mage, which will be quite fun to deal with. And that's when I'll pop my my next potion dose, just so I can get through that as fast as possible. And then I'll probably be saving a dose for the next time that a Ranger and Major are in the same wave together, and also I'll use one on the last boss himself, just to make that a little bit easier. Because I don't want to fight him for too long. Not like I'm going to die or anything, but there's always a chance, you know. He does hit for like 99 or 96, and I don't have that much health. We're going to go ahead and get a nice heal here. 10s all around. Love to see it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pop our ranging dose and go right into him. See, they are attacking on different ticks right now, so I could actually flick both of them if I was really sweaty, but of course I'm not. So we'll take him out really fast thanks to the ranging potion and the sheer speed of the magic short bow. And then kind of just vibing for the next kill. I'm gonna go craft some blood runes on my other account while I sit here and wait for this to die. I think that would be more entertaining content actually than this, but you're stuck here, so this is what you're watching. So I'll save my shield, my recharge prayer option on this shield. I'll usually save that for when I am like nearing 0, since it is a full recharge. All misclicks. If you misclick, you get hit by the bat, and then you get laughed at. So don't misclick. I took a abnormal amount of damage there, which is also why people probably bring. You know, you're supposed to bring like brews and restores and all that garbage, but you know we can't make those yet. You need like 80, 81 herb lore, we're not making brews anytime soon, you know. So you got to do what you got to do, and blood spells and sweets are more than enough healing. If I die at all, this is going to be embarrassing, basically. And we're looking like we're ready for another Ancient Mace spec, so that'll be a nice boost of my prayer points that I just lost by getting hit by the bats. If this thing will die, hitting a lot of zeros, mate. Okay. You just gotta complain about the zeros, and then you'll hit more zeros. Alright, cool. So let's see if we can get a... Oops, misclick again. Let's see if we get a better spawn on the Ranger. Not really, but maybe. I'd like to get him in a position away from getting attacked by this. So what you can do for that is run to the other side of where the mage is. Once you're out of line of sight, you can change your prayer. And then I'm going to just go ahead and switch to Blood Blitz and blitz him from the safety of the other side of the rock. These don't really have that much magic defense either, so you don't need to worry about hitting them, and they go down quite easily. These, however, have 1,000,000 magic defense since they are, you know, their attack style is magic and all that good stuff, so don't recommend maging those guys. They might take a few minutes to kill with magic alone. But no big deal, not worried about it. You have plenty of waves to heal up, especially once the range enemies are gone. So now we have quite a predicament here. Sometimes you get a pretty annoying spawn and you just kind of have to go for it. You know, you could flick and hit that too, but you know, again, not sweaty at all. We are just chilling. So when that happens, you could either put on Steel Skin and Eagle Eye and start just, you know, praying for that RNG to be in your favor, and then the enemy hits no more than, you know, 10 or some damage on you, and you can heal it up next round. But there's limited stuff you can do unless you scout the next wave. You know, I could have stood up here so the Major would get trapped on the top rock, but you know, I don't have the waves open. There's another classic case of, you know, the spawns. Sometimes you just gotta sit there and tank it for a couple hits, and that's another reason I like the magic shortbow so much. Kills them in, you know, 3 or 4 hits, not too bad. So we're gonna get a prayer restore here. Turn on piety so I don't hit a 0. Nice, a 7. Oh, lovely. And then we're actually gonna get a blood heal real quick. Very nice. And back to business. You know, to be honest, the sounds are kind of annoying. I'm going to turn them off, probably until later. Much better. And then what I am going to do is I'm going to turn on the Fight K's music. This music, oh man, this music is something else. Listen to this. Get a nice little jingle once you complete a wave, and it's beautiful. It's really, really intense. Like, so you wouldn't understand. It's so intense. Right now we got the magic trapped over there, so just got to pray ranged. No big deal. Take him out with blood spells. Gonna get a nice heal here. Very nice. Yeah, so like I said with blood spells, you don't really need to worry about your health too much. If you get low, like 30s, I would be kind of worried. But nothing in here besides the stuff that you are not supposed to get hit by hits very hard anyway. The melee 180s probably hit you harder than anything, since you just pray magic against this, and you can pretty much heal like 40 health per wave if you get enough damage with blood spells. Especially these later waves when you have 2 sets of blobs, and you have bats, and then you have the rangers. So all good stuff. And then here we got another spawn that we have to deal with really fast. But again, we have 2 blobs, so I'm not worried about health at the moment. I didn't even get damaged, so just going to minimize damage taken here and move around him in such a way that blocks the at least one of the blobs. I tried to get them both, but the pathing was just not in my favor, so I'll just sit here and tank it. It's fine. Again, I have 80 defense, not worried. Gonna go runecraft again, some blood runes, you know, so. Oh, look at this damage. This damage is crazy. Very nice. Okay, now we can get a full heal off these guys. I'm just going to let him clump up real quick. And huge kill. Very nice. And we're back to full health. And I almost got meleeed. Yeah, unfortunately, these guys spawned at the same time, so won't get to flick them. See, these 2 are attacking at the exact same tick, so I can't do any sweaty strats, but it's fine. We took minimal damage there, and then that's going to be the end of the Rangers for now. We'll see them again coming up, but right now those guys, they're taking a break. All we have to deal with is this guy and then a melee 180 for the next couple waves, so those are not too bad to deal with. You can trap the melee guys so easily on the mage, since they're both really big. And I'll show you that if I can get a decent spawn. Of course, he spawns in front of my eyeballs, but that's okay. We're gonna attempt a nice cheeky blitz on him. Gonna miss. So if you miss the blitz, here's what you can do: path next to him, don't get meleeed, and go behind him like that. Basically anywhere in this giant purple outline you can stand, and it will block the enemy from getting through. There are some intricate rules to monster blocking. Like, I could not go over here. I could not stand here, for example, and block him, because he would just move around me, or move around the mage. But as long as you kind of line him up in the middle, or as close to, this would be as close to the west as possible. Like, I could probably go a little bit further and still block. Maybe not, actually. Don't remember. But either way, if you get the big purple boxes from the highlight plugin, you know, kind of like lined up, then you can ensure that they're blocked. Okay, almost dead. Very nice. We're going to go ahead and ice blitz them and miss. So this guy actually, I really want to Ancient Mace special attack him. However, I don't want to just fight him, so you can do one of these. Oh, a nice 21. You love to see that. Then we're just going to mage him down, just to heal up to full, because I am going to use my Divine Ranging Potion soon. So I definitely want to have full health for that. I just don't want to take unnecessary damage, and it's much better to be at full health for these. So then we're just back to the classic Italy rock, and we have the mage in the middle, so we're going to attempt an ice spell, and we miss, but we get right in line with the hitbox of the two monsters, so it blocks the 180 behind the mage. Again, letting you kill this faster without using any of your precious time to kill the melee at the safe spot. You can kill the melee over here if you wanted to. I just prefer doing this way because I don't want to keep my prayer on for a billion years. But you can do this however you would like. And then we're gonna do another cheeky ice spell, and doesn't hit. Probably gonna get smacked. Yeah, that's classic. So that is probably a good reason to use the safe spot to kill the melee minion first, but it's all good. I need some magic XP anyway. As you can see, we're closing in on 89. Very nice. Probably won't get at this task because don't think I'll be doing that much magic, but I'll get it soon. And oh yeah, this is a quite good experience for getting your ranged up too. Since you are doing the whole cave with primarily ranged, it does end up giving you quite a significant amount of experience. Just gonna use Blood Rush here because it's cheaper and it still hits a 10. But yeah, so now I'm gonna kill this guy first, just to mix it up, you know. So what are we at here with the ranged XP? Yeah, like 48,000 so far. I did do a task earlier with a cannon, so that's kind of inflated. But you can probably get around 50k XP in the entire cave, maybe a little bit more. So it's definitely a good way to train your ranged if you feel like doing a task for Jad, for Slayer. Just pretty good XP overall. And the only downside I would say is it does use kind of a lot of resources. But other than that, it's a solid task. And then I'm going to use my Falador Shield here to regenerate my entire prayer points. You can do this, again, once per day with the shield, unless you have the shield 4, which I believe has 3 restores, or maybe 2 restores, something like that. But I unfortunately only have the 3rd shield, so I get 1 prayer restore per day. And might as well use it here because I don't really do more than 1 Jad task per day. It's seemingly kind of rare. I did get one of them one time, 2 of them in one day, I mean, which is kind of surprising, but it was a good amount of XP. Wouldn't mind doing these at least once a day. It keeps you fresh. This is some insanely high octane sweaty content that you can do, and you get a cool pet. I think the Jad pet might be my favorite pet in the game, if I'm being honest. Maybe that or either that or the Gauntlet pet. Like, both of them are very prestigious in terms of the content and how hard they are to get, and it's just cool. Like, drop me a comment below what your favorite pet is of all time, and I'll read them maybe. As long as you don't say the farming pet, because that one sucks. But yeah. Okay, and then we got a bat. I'm just gonna kill it. So this is what you should do. You should stand here, camping Magic Prayer, and just shooting all the enemies that can't attack you. This is by far the safest, least damaging way to do this. But you can also be crazy and try to be a speedrunning god and be in the middle all the time and do some really sweaty strats, but depends on how much you want to risk dying. And I don't really want to risk dying right now. Not in front of millions of people, at least. So what wave are we? We're on wave 50 right now of 63. The next wave will be quite spicy, I think. No, maybe it's 2 more waves from now. And that's when I'll drink my ranged potion for the 3rd time, just so I can kill. That will be when the ranged enemies are spawning, and we all know how that goes. I want to take those out as soon as possible. Oh yeah, it's 2 more waves from now we'll get a ranged enemy. So same strategy, kind of just hang around here, make everything slide in this way from the middle towards you, and you might need to adapt based on what kind of spawns you get. However, either of these positions that are currently marked on the ground are viable to use as a safe spot. Getting a nice 10 on the Ancient Mace spec, very nice. And taking out the big boy. Let's see what Clan's up to. Oh, we got some quests. Between a Rock, very nice. And defense level 60. You can wear dragon armor, including the dragon med helm. That's a huge upgrade. Alright, back to gaming. I'm just at a loss of words of how insane this gaming is. Like, I don't even think you guys understand. Look at this guy. Are you seeing this guy? I didn't even look at the enemy and I killed him. That's crazy. Anyways, one more wave and we're going to need to drink our Divine Ranging Potion, parentheses 2. That will be when the ranged guy comes back from a long vacation and does insane amounts of damage to me. Oops, I just took off my prayer because I misclicked. Luckily, it hit at 0. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to head and drink another prayer dose. And I will also probably drink a stamina soon as well, just in case I get some really annoying spawns that are far away, and I might need to run around a lot. But hopefully that doesn't happen, because I would like to chill in these 2 spots for the remainder of my time here. Just gonna do some casual eagle eye flicking while we're here. At the end of the day, this game is basically like a rhythm game in terms of just what you need to do combat. Gets kind of advanced, but as long as you click the things in the right amount of time and at the right time, you're gonna have a good time. So now we're gonna drink our Divine Potion, and we have kind of a annoying spawn. However, it can be solved with ease by just coming down here. Now the ranger is stuck behind this gigantic rock, and I can kill the major for free. If I were to step 1 tile like this, if I were to step right here, I would get attacked by the ranger. So I don't want to do that. So luckily the range of the magic shortbow is long enough to where I can attack it from where I am. So I don't need to worry about getting attacked by multiple things at once, and I can just kind of chill here. And I'm gonna show you an advanced technique right now. Try to keep up. So I'm gonna turn off my prayer as soon as I see his tail and turn it back on 4 ticks later, just so I can. It's kind of like perfect shielding in a fighting game. The damage is calculated when he does his initial attack, and you can then perfect shield it essentially by turning on your prayer, which also does not drain your prayer whatsoever. I don't recommend doing that if you've never messed around with the fight caves or in any sort of PVM before, but definitely worth learning if you ever want to min-max your prayer loss or your kill speed or something. Okay, and then we got another pretty decent spawn here. Just gonna get out of the way of that. Turn on missiles. Get a nice cheeky blood barrage to heal up. 65-13. That is a kill on the bats since they have 10 health. And then same thing here. We're gonna want to go to the very edge. Again, if I stepped right here, if I stepped on this square, I would be getting hit by the mage. So I don't want to do that. So I'll just chill here and take 0 damage. Okay, perfect. Turn on Mage Prey, attack the mage, and casually flick my my prayer. I would only flick here if I was doing either a challenge run, if I wanted to use no prayer potions, something like that. Something crazy that like Settled would do. You know, he's like, "Oh guys, I have half an inventory of bones, and I have to do the fight caves with my fists." Then you would probably need to use your sweaty flicking strategies to do this. But you know, this is a casual guide. This guide's for noobs. And actually, what we're gonna do now is stand here. This is advanced again. So the health bar of the enemy, if that goes away, you can then attack him and move back in this in a swift motion. So I'll turn on my prayer and click on him, and then move back to this tile. So click, click, click. And I attacked him without getting retaliated against. If I were to attack him again right now with his health bars over his head, he would smack me for like 400 million damage. But you can wait till the health bar is gone and then attack him, swiftly moving back. And that strategy is called flinching. It's viable on multiple things. This way is a little crazy, but it should be doable. So we're going to need to put on the Ancient Staff here, get a nice freeze on this guy here. Not going to cooperate. There we go. Making sure not to go too far up. So we're going to want to kill him while he's frozen, just so we don't get attacked. Luckily, these guys don't have that much range defense, or defense in general. As you saw there, he did heal. So the way those work is if there's an enemy that's low health and he's meleeing you, he's in melee range of your character, punching you, right? One tile away. He will then cast a healing spell on a different enemy or himself that has low health. So you don't want to be in melee range of those, like just praying protect from melee, even though you will take no damage. They will still heal the other monsters in the cave and just be annoying. So now our ranging potions actually ran out, but I got good value out of that. We're on now on wave 55 of 63. Pretty much just smooth sailing from here. Did not need to use my stamina potion. We'll be drinking this potion dose before the final boss, which is Jad, of course. And looking at clan chat, we have another completion of Waterfall quest. Very nice. This quest is very good. It gives you almost 30 levels of attack and strength if you do it really early on. Very, very nice quest. I definitely recommend you do that on a new account, because it just boosts your account in terms of melee training very well, and skips all the boring stuff. You know, the game is all about boring. The game is overall boring, right? But if you can skip the boring stuff, oh man, sign me up, you know? So here we go. We got wave 56 popping off. Got a good spawn, killed him without taking any damage. And we're just going to sit here for a little bit and kill the minions that cannot attack me from range. And we are going to, let's see, going to get a double ranged wave soon, but not too worried about that as I have full health and, well, almost full health. But either way, won't take too much damage. If I do take damage on that wave, I will simply heal it up with purple sweets or with some blood spells in the following waves. So from here on out, it's pretty much smooth sailing. Keep on protect from magic. Click on the enemies that you need to kill, and just hope that the game doesn't roll zeros on your attack roll. That's all you can really do at the end of the day. Very nice. Gonna go back in my hidey hole. Okay, and I want to stand there. So this is a scenario where I cannot isolate either the mage or the range at all. There's no way, unless I was in a different starting position. So all I'm going to do is basically get these into a rhythm where they attack me at different times. You know, it was unintentional that they spawn that way, but it's easily fixable. Oh, I just got out of the rhythm actually. Okay, I should no. Okay, it's all bricked, so we're just gonna kill this guy. I was gonna show you some elite gamer moves, but unfortunately, I'm not an elite gamer. So we're just gonna click the enemies. You know, keep it simple. Sometimes at the end of the day, you gotta keep it simple. Hopefully we get a personal best on this cave. That would be very nice. Closing in on 60,000 ranged XP gain today so far. Not bad at all, not bad at all. This is probably going to be one of my longest videos of all time until my Inferno guide comes out. But, yeah. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. This is just the beginning. You're about to see some crazy content coming up. But anyways, closing in on the end of this wave. Going to need to blood spell here. I'm going to prioritize my... Alright, very nice. Here we got the mage here. We can get them both trapped, and then I'll show you some advanced gaming moves, actually. So first, we're going to put on the Ancient Staff, switch to Blood, Ice Blitz, freeze it, so then the blob will walk in front of me. I'm just going to kill the blob real quick. Put on the Ancient Mace, click the Spec Orb, spec the one away from me so I can kill it, and then this guy will do everything that I need to block the 180, and I can just kill it with ease. So here we go. And it goes down just like that. Going to heal up a little bit on the blob, and now for the Elite Gamer move. So now you have a blob, or sorry, you have a range and a mage stacked up like this. So normally, this is bad. This is unavoidable damage. However, you can do some Elite Gamer moves. I'll do it and then try to explain it. Ooh, ouch. So right now I have the The two attacks from the enemies are off cycle, meaning I can pray against one of them and then switch to pray against the other one. Like, they're not attacking at the same time. So what I'm doing here is I'm switching my prayers right before each of them attack, just so I can get 100% damage avoidance on both of their attacks. Since normally I would be hit by both of these, and that would be kind of annoying. So definitely going to want to heal up after that one. I'm just going to eat one purple sweet for good luck. So then we got ranged and mage here. We're just going to run all the way down and all the way across here. It's going to be another scenario where I really can't avoid all this damage, so I'm just going to do my best. Definitely going to put on the old Eagle Eye. Luckily we killed him really fast, so didn't take too much damage there. Going to heal up with the blood spells here. Hopefully it doesn't take more than 2 casts. Very nice. And we're going to blood spell this guy while getting assaulted. Just wanted to get a little safety net, but ultimately I should have probably killed this guy first. And I know you were probably enjoying that music a lot, but we are now entering territory where I will need game sound, so unfortunately I'll be turning it off. My apologies. And you can hear the glorious sound effects that is this 20-million-year-old game. Put back on the staff, start casting. So we're just want to get up to full health again if possible. Let's see. Oh, chat is popping off. Grats. We got a medium Fremenic diary completed by one of my clan members. Very nice job. Closing in here on an hour spent in the caves. Probably not going to be a PB, but you know, there's always next time. DPS was a little low. Execution could have been better. Multiple things. But that's quite alright. I thought he died. About to get a full heal off these guys, I'm pretty sure. Okay, this one doesn't take damage. Okay, back onto prayer. And we got a middle spawn. I'm just going to run out and tank this. Not much I can really do here. Not ideal for me to be in this situation here. Looks like we did get a nice freeze. So I should be able to kill this without it moving. Provided I don't miss every single spell. But it's looking like it's going to be a miss. So when you freeze something, you got to wait like a couple ticks for it to freeze again, and did not happen. Okay, there we go. Oh, nice, nice. Big damage. Might need to change to ranged again for this one. This guy is really stubborn. Should be dead. Alright, cool. Go ahead and take out the ranger here. And now we're going to do the same thing again, where you step out one tile, which makes the mage attack you, and then the ranged will attack you soon after that. At least I think that's how it works. We're going to find out together, I guess. Yep. So melee, ranged, or mage, range, mage, range. Missed that one. You know, this game's a lot like playing Guitar Hero, to be honest. Look at that combo. Got that 16. Very nice. Alright, so now this wave coming up, wave 61, is just a set of melee guys and the infamous Major. So what we're going to do, hopefully, is freeze one of these so I don't get smacked. And then we can move here, hit it once for fun, and if I can freeze this guy, that would be lovely. If not, I'm just going to run. Okay, cool. So we froze him. Going to run up and around to about here. Should be good to freeze both of them behind the Major while I sit here and wait for it to die. Make sure you drink some water. And get ready for the final boss. Go for a cheeky freeze again. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, this sucks. I'm never bringing Agent Staff again. Anyways. Once we kill these, there's going to be 2 mage enemies, and one of them will be different colored. They'll be yellow. That will indicate where Jad will spawn in the next wave, so you can prepare for that at least. But other than that, mage pray and kill him is all you need to do. The hard part is basically over, aside from killing Jad, obviously, but Jad isn't too bad. Okay, so Jad will spawn around this area here in the next wave. So just gonna kill these guys real quick, put on my range pot, and kill the boss. The overall strategy I like to use for killing Jad is to camp the Protect from Missiles prayer, just because that attack is quite fast and doesn't have an audio cue, whereas his his magic attack is quite easy to see coming, and it also has a pretty long windup plus audio cues, so it's a lot easier to see and react to than the ranged one. And anything you can do to prevent death here is ideal, as it is almost, actually it's over an hour time investment. So for me at least, like, I could die here and not care, but it would also be kind of annoying because, you know, I just spent an hour of my time doing this. My time is very precious. So now we're about to kill this, and Jad will spawn. So we will put on Range Pray, put on Eagle Eye, and click him. And this is the magic attack. The feet go up, and he goes and hits you with the magic spell. So keep an eye out for that. He's doing it a lot this time. And that's the range attack. As you can hear, it has no audio cue whatsoever. It just kind of happens, which is why I like to keep a range prayer on. because if I hear a sound, it means I need to do something. If I don't hear a sound, I don't do anything. It's quite simple. Once he gets to half health, he'll spawn healers. You're going to want to aggro those as soon as possible because they will heal him to full, and you don't really want that because he has a lot of health. So we're going to aggro all of them up here and get them all on a nice line and just start pounding away. Shouldn't really die from these, I don't think. Might turn on some steel skin, but I should have enough DPS to not need to worry about them. And Jad goes down just like that. As you can see, we get a nice 25,000 Slayer experience for doing the task, and 36,000 total experience for the entire cave. So including all the monsters and all of the bonus XP added into that. Very nice. Yeah, here we go. Fire cape. Let's wear it. Look at that. Fire cape is one of the best capes in the game. If you cannot get the elusive infernal cape, which don't blame you, I still don't have mine, but you can see the stats here, quite nice. We have +1 to every attack style, really good defense bonuses. We got some melee strength, some prayer. Very good cape overall. Can carry you for a while, actually. And yeah, so thank you for watching my fire cape guide, I guess. Would you call this a guide? Maybe. I don't know. If it's a guide, let me know. I don't really know. That was more like a playthrough with commentary. But anyways, don't subscribe. Peace.